We want to graph the equation y equals x squared minus 1 by first finding the intercepts. Recall, the x-intercepts are found by letting y equal 0 and solving for x, and then the y-intercept is found by letting x equal 0 and solving for y. So we have y equals x squared minus 1. To find the x-intercepts, we're going to let y equal 0. The equation that results is 0 equals x squared minus 1. If we add 1 to both sides of the equation, we get 1 equals x squared. Square root both sides of the equation, you get x equals plus or minus 1. So we have two x-intercepts, 1 and negative 1. To find the y-intercept, we're going to let x equal 0. So the equation that results is y equals 0 squared minus 1, or negative 1. So the y-intercept is negative 1. Now we're going to graph the equation by plotting points. To do this, you set up a table of x and y values. The x and y values, the x values that you choose really depend upon the equation itself. For now, choose enough points so that an evident pattern emerges when you plot the points. Time and experience will help you eventually in choosing the appropriate x values. Notice that a couple of the x values that are in our table we already know the resulting y's for. For example, when x is negative 1, we know that y is going to be 0. When x is 0, we know that y is negative 1. And when x is 1, we know that y is 0. To find y when x is negative 2, we let x equal negative 2 in the equation. Negative 2 quantity squared is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. Letting x equal 2 in the equation, we obtain 2 squared is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. So, to get a graph of the equation, we set up a Cartesian plane, label your x-axis, label your y-axis, and establish a scale. So I'm going to scale the x-axis so that each tick mark represents 1 unit, and then we'll also scale our y-axis so each tick mark represents 1 unit. We'll make that negative 3 down there. Now we're going to plot the points that we found in our table. For example, we plot a point at negative 2 comma 3. Negative 2 comma 3 is right around there. Negative 1, 0 is one of our intercepts. 0, negative 1, 1 comma 0, and finally 2 comma 3. Then finally trace in, a smooth curve to obtain your graph.